Breaking in the last hour, we've learned more than 24 children are in the hospital after an SUV plowed into a holiday parade in Waukesha last night. We're hearing from the doctors today. And we're also getting breaking details right now about the person who's accused of being behind the wheel, why the Milwaukee District Attorney says they're conducting an internal review in his case. You're watching News 3 Now at noon. Good afternoon. We're learning much more today about what happened in Waukesha last night. By now, you may have seen the disturbing video shared widely online of an SUV plowing through a holiday parade. At least 5 people died. More than 40 were hurt, many of them children. Alicia Helvin-Slaben walked in the parade, then was heading home when she realized something was wrong.
I've called Waukesha home for 8+ years now, and I love this community so much, and I just can't believe that somebody would do this to us. I don't know why somebody would do this to us, and so yeah, I'm upset. I'm angry at this person for people we don't know for doing this, and you know, I just hope that again as a community we can come together to heal.
And just breaking in the past 30 minutes, the Milwaukee County District Attorney's Office says the person of interest from this incident was out on bail that was set far too low. That man is Darrell Brooks. He's 39 years old and was already facing felonies for recklessly endangering safety, illegally carrying a gun, domestic abuse, and bail jumping in 2 cases this year. We expect to learn more about Mr. Brooks at a press conference in Waukesha this afternoon. That's where Naomi Coles is now. Naomi, what else have we learned this morning?
I'm here on West Main Street. That was part of the parade route last night. Police actually in the last 15 minutes or so just took down crime tape, reopened that road to the public. Now, the Milwaukee County District Attorney said in a statement, just as you mentioned in the last 30 minutes, he said their office is conducting an internal investigation into why his staff did not request a bail that was higher than $1,000. He, quote, called it, he said it wasn't, quote, consistent with the risk assessment. Now, Darrell Brooks posted that bail on November 11th. That was 10 days before last night's parade. Now, in other news, also breaking in the last hour, hospital officials with Children's Hospital Wisconsin just got off a call with reporters. They tell us they've treated a total of 18 children so far. 10 of those remain in the ICU at this hour. 6 of those children are critically hurt. 3 of them are in serious condition. We also learned there are 3 sets of siblings hospitalized, and they are all between 3 and 16 years old.
The injuries from Sunday night will go well beyond the physical and will take time to heal. We all must continue to lean on each other and to encourage those impacted to reach out and use the resources that are available to them.
6 children had surgery last night. 2 more will have surgery today. Now, prior to the district attorney's statement, we learned this morning that Darrell Brooks is the person of interest Waukesha police have in custody. That is according to 2 law enforcement officials speaking anonymously to the Associated Press. Brooks has 2 open criminal cases according to court records. He was released earlier this month on that bond for recklessly endangering safety, battery, and bail jumping. Now, this, of course, is still an ongoing investigation. We are expecting to learn more at 1 o'clock this afternoon. We're expecting to have a press conference, and we'll learn more there, and we'll continue to bring you coverage in all of tonight's shows at 4, 5, and 6 o'clock.
Naomi, thank you. Governor Tony Evers has ordered flags across Wisconsin to be flown at half-staff today in honor of those who were killed in the parade. Earlier today, the governor tweeted, "I've ordered flags to be flown at half-staff as we continue to pray for the Waukesha community and the kids, loved ones, and neighbors whose lives were forever changed by an unthinkable tragedy." As Naomi said, we'll be waiting for that press conference where we expect to learn more about that case. It's scheduled for 1 o'clock. We'll have it for you here on WISC-TV, also streaming on channel3000.com, on our Channel 3000 News app, and our Facebook page. We'll also have more reaction to the story as it continues to develop tonight on News 3 Now. Let's head to the Weather Center now. Julian Seawright has a look at your certified most accurate forecast. A little chilly out there.
Oh, it's definitely a little chilly out there. Definitely need a heavy coat for us as we're taking a look at quiet conditions, but it's quite cold. One of the coldest days that we've had since last winter. As we take a look outside, though, it's really quiet. Plenty of blue sky for us as we're getting our afternoon rolling for us, but the temperatures is at 29 degrees, and with those winds, well, we are looking at temperatures to be below freezing throughout much of southern Wisconsin for us as we're seeing those upper 20s, lower 30s throughout the start of our afternoon. But the wind chills is the one thing that we're going to be keeping an eye on, because that's just how cold it really is. As we can see for Platteville and for Monroe, 19 degrees wind chills as of right now. Make sure you are bundling up as we go in throughout the rest of the day. So as you're heading out the rest of the door and going into the rest of today, we're going to be looking still for that jacket to be sticking around for us throughout much of our afternoon. And temperatures are not going to be looking to improve past the freezing point at all throughout today. So don't expect it to be above freezing. We're looking at those lower 30s to really dominate the forecast for us throughout our afternoon. But the skies at least will be onto the cloudier, or to the clearer end, as we look at plenty of sunshine for our Monday. But we'll talk more about Thanksgiving coming up, because we got to talk about holiday travel in a few moments. Back to you, Mark.
Thank you. See you then. Speaking of, AAA says more than 48 million Americans will drive for Thanksgiving this year. That's almost 4 million more than last year, but the trip could be a pricey one. Drivers are seeing much higher gas prices. The national average is up more than 60% of the past year. GasBuddy.com predicts the national average for gas will be $3.35 during Thanksgiving. But there is good news. Prices are starting to tick down and could continue to drop in the coming weeks.
I would expect the downward trend that's just starting to gain momentum will last into early, potentially in mid-December. It could run longer than that, just depending on how supply and demand continue to fluctuate.
According to GasBuddy.com, the average price of gas in Madison is $3.05. There's more to come on News 3 Now at noon.
The White House makes its choice for Federal Reserve Chief, and the holiday shopping pressure is on for hard-pressed parents this year. I'm Diane King Hall at the New York Stock Exchange. Of those stories and more in your CBS Money Watch report.
Attention South Central Wisconsin homeowners, tired of your outdated kitchen? Updating it is more affordable than ever with Black Friday savings this month at Mad City Kitchens, Wisconsin's #1 remodeler and trusted local source for kitchen cabinet refacing, installed in as little as 2 days. With Black Friday savings, save $500 with interest-free financing for 6 months and get $250 in Mad City cash. But act now and triple your savings. Save $1,500 on your new kitchen cabinet refacing project with interest-free financing for 18 months and triple it to $750 in Mad City cash for future home improvement projects. Plus, call during this program. Get a $50 Walmart gift card with your free in-home estimate. Black Friday triple savings end November 30th. Don't miss out on this incredible offer. Call 608-298-5383. That's 608-298-5383.
I matched with this cutie on a dating site. We texted all the time, but never met up. Then he asked to send him gift cards for a plane ticket to see me. And that's when I remembered a tip I got from the AARP Fraud Watch Network. Gift cards? This is a romance scam. Spent that money on self-care instead.
Recognize fraud sooner so your money lives longer. The younger you are, the more you need AARP.
Do you suffer from chronic or severe back or neck pain? Did you know that there's now a treatment method available right here at Midwest Spine and Nerve Center that offers hope of avoiding spinal surgery for those suffering with bulging, herniated, or degenerative discs? Our therapies help reduce pain related to these conditions and have a high success rate in helping people just like you avoid back or neck surgery.
I've experienced low back pain for over 15 years. I had back surgery when I was 26 and had difficulties recovering. The doctors at Midwest Spine and Nerve Center have given me a new lease on life. I am now able to enjoy an active, pain-free lifestyle.
Call Midwest Spine and Nerve Center now to schedule a no-obligation consultation to see if our progressive pain-relieving therapies are right for you.
Chicken sandwich or a cheeseburger. Any two for $2.50. And pair it with a $1 any size Coke.
You're watching News 3 Now at noon. Winner of the National Edward R. Murrow Award for Overall Excellence in Television.
It's official. President Biden is tapping Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell for a second term as the head of the central bank. Powell has led the nation's economic policy through the sharp and sudden COVID-19-induced recession, unleashing unprecedented monetary stimulus. His nomination heads to the Senate for confirmation next. Contract talks with striking workers are resuming today at Kellogg's. More than 1,000 employees have been on strike since October. Talks to reach a deal fell apart earlier this month. Among the sticking points, issues over pay, long work days, and other benefits. Good news for fans of GM vehicles. The carmaker says it has figured out a way to resume offering a popular feature, heated front seats. It's a reversal from a GM announcement last week when the automaker said it wouldn't be able to offer the feature on its 2022 vehicles due to an ongoing shortage of computer chips. And Santa Claus is coming to town. According to a recent OnePoll survey, 4 in 5 parents are feeling the pressure to make this year extra special for the kiddos. The top things children want are toys and electronics, but more than half of parents said they struggle to get their hands on items their kid wants. So nearly 2/3 said they would opt for a knockoff or a counterfeit. And that's your CBS Money Watch report. For more, head to cbsmoneywatch.com. At the New York Stock Exchange, I'm Diane King Hall.
Diane, thank you. Let's check Wall Street at the noon hour. The Dow Industrial is up 217 points. The NASDAQ down 63, but the S&P 500 is up 14. Well, coming up, we'll have a look at today's Midwest Farm Report numbers and a look at what Howard's working on in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen. Plus, Julian's back with a full look at your Thanksgiving week forecast. Stay with us.
Does your kitchen need a facelift? Erase years of wear and tear with cabinet refacing from Mad City Kitchens. Choose new cabinet colors that are stain resistant and easy to clean. Add custom hardware and countertops, soft close doors and drawers. We install in as little as 2 days, and you'll stay under budget with Black Friday savings all month long. Save $500 with interest-free financing for 6 months and get $250 in Mad City cash. But act now and triple your savings. Save $1,500 on your new kitchen cabinet refacing project with interest-free financing for 18 months. And triple it to $750 in Mad City cash for future home improvement projects. Plus, call during this program, get a $50 Walmart gift card with your free in-home estimate. Throughout South Central Wisconsin, call 608-298-5383. That's 608-298-5383.
I was a Navy submariner for over 20 years. I spent a large portion of my life underwater. Service is about putting your country before yourself. But Senator Ron Johnson uses his office to serve himself. Ron Johnson passed a special tax break that benefited his family's business, then cashed out of the company for $5 million. Ron Johnson has doubled his wealth since he's been elected. That's not what service is about. Tell Ron Johnson to stop voting for tax laws that benefit himself.
You protected our rights, preserved our freedom. You may have even risked your life for us. Now, it's our turn to fight for you. Your local Wisconsin emergency, energy, and housing assistance providers, and the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund reward the service of our veterans with rental and energy support in their time of crisis. Apply today to get the fresh start you've earned.
The red kettles are as familiar as Santa himself. We'll tell you how you can help the Salvation Army ring in the holidays.
And answer our question of the day for your chance to win some coffee mugs.
Plus, we're still watching your travel forecast. That's tomorrow morning from 4:30 to 7.
She's on a mission.
Just watch her. She is a fire pistol.
Leading her fighters in the battle of their lives.
Come on, Joe, let's go.
Charlotte Deleste introduces you to a fitness trainer giving hope to people fighting a terrible disease. Wednesday on News 3 Now at 6. The Farm Report is sponsored by Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
Let's check in now with the Midwest Farm Report with Pam Yankee, who's back from the National Farm Broadcasters Convention in Kansas City. Welcome back. Good to see you.
Thanks. Yeah, it was excellent to be with our farm broadcasters face-to-face after some absence over a year. And listen to U.S. Ag Secretary Tom Vilsack talking a little bit about how supply chain disruptions have impacted production agriculture and are going to continue to impact production agriculture into 2022, probably 2023. I just got off the phone with one of the auction groups that I work with He said they just sold farmland in Iowa, just 50-acre parcel for $21,500 an acre. No commercial development nearby. This is just for farming. And boy, I'll tell you, farmers ready to gear up and get ready to go. The commodity prices today, very strong. Corn, soybeans, all up basically double digits. Wheat is what's catching my eye today because that is up substantially, like 25 cents a bushel right now. A lot of conversation that Russia and the Ukraine are going to start shutting down exporting of wheat. That's a major area that the world turns to when it comes to wheat. So maybe we'll get a little business here in the United States despite our smaller acreage this year. Boy, Wisconsin is kind of going in the opposite direction when it comes to milk production. The October milk production figures were released last week. The 24 major dairy producing states as a group dropped 0.3% in overall milk compared to a year ago. We also saw a tremendous exodus of cows from states like Arizona, California, and Colorado. Cows going to slaughter, not to other dairy farms. Here in Wisconsin, though, just the opposite. We're milking 21,000 more milk cows this year than we did last October, and we produced about 2.7% more milk this October than last. Barrel cheese down a penny today at $1.51 after tearing it up on Friday. 40-pound block cheese quiet at $1.85 3/4. Double A butter today down 5 3/4 cents after breaking $2 on Friday. Now back to $1.99 per pound. So glad to be back with folks. Everybody looking forward to more face-to-face contact, I'm sure, later this week with the Thanksgiving break.
Absolutely. It was a big holiday week. Pam, yes. Thank you. Let's get that holiday forecast. Here's Julian.
Well, we are definitely getting a taste of some winter as we're starting off our new work week with already, as of right now, we're at 29 degrees so far for our high for today. But normally we're around 42 degrees as we're getting ready for our holiday as we get things rolling for us. That just goes to show you just how cold it is as we're starting off the work week. And on top of that, we're looking at windy conditions, which are bringing our wind chills into around 20 degrees in Madison and to those lower 20s as well around southern Wisconsin, even into the western areas for Viroqua and for Wisconsin Dells. We're looking at 18 degrees for us. That's how cold that we are looking at for our Monday. We are looking for an improvement, but just not through today. As we're planning out the rest of our afternoon and evening, we're seeing those temperatures aren't going to be above freezing at all. We are looking for some varying of cloud cover, but mostly going to be seeing some clearing up as we get into the later parts of the night. Now, as we take a look, what we're going to be keeping our eye on is as we get into the holiday. Well, this system that's over into the west is going to start to make its way into the upper Midwest for us, which is going to be shaking some things up just a little bit, but nothing to really worry about as we get into the later part of this week. But for today, just know it's going to be quiet. It's going to be cold, especially as we get into tonight. The good news is, as we get into Tuesday, we are looking for some improvements as we get into our Tuesday afternoon. Temperatures are going to be a bit closer to our normal of those lower 40s for us in southern Wisconsin. But what the three things we'll need to know is what we're going to be seeing in terms of the next few days. We're looking for today to be on the colder side, staying below freezing, and then we're going to be seeing those winds stick around throughout much of this week. Tuesday and Wednesday, however, we're looking for improvements and even some milder temperatures to stick around. But as we're keeping an eye on our holiday travel, we're not looking for much delays here in Wisconsin because we're going to stay onto the quieter side of things. However, everywhere else, well, we're going to be seeing a system rolling in that could be shaking things up into the lower side of the Midwest. But for us, what we're going to be looking at is that once we get into the holiday, we're going to be looking at clouds to look to build in and move in for us, but we're going to be keeping an eye on that system that's going to be bringing in rain into the Illinois and even Missouri areas, which could be clipping us, bringing a bit of some flurries late Thursday or even into our Friday as well. But it's just going to be flurries. We're not looking for anything to really give us a headache about. And temperatures are going to be going close to normal as we get into the weekend. However, Tuesday and Wednesday are going to be the best days for any kind of real improvement. But our Thanksgiving forecast is going to be cold, folks. We're looking at 30s to really stick around throughout much of the day, and clouds will be sticking into our air as well. Now, as we take a look for the next few days, however, once we get past Tuesday and Wednesday, which are going to be a nice relief of the cold temperatures for us this weekend, we're going to be looking close to normal, but some flurries are possible as we get into our Friday. That's one thing we're going to be keeping an eye on throughout the rest of the week. But aside from that, it's going to be on the quiet side. Not a whole lot of rain. We're not looking for a snowstorm as we go throughout the next 10 days, but we are definitely looking for some cold temperatures, especially as we get into Turkey Day, Mark.
All right, Julian, thank you. We'll keep an eye on things. Howard is continuing his countdown to Thanksgiving in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen. Today, he's adding something to his cranberry relish.
We all know that apples and oranges grow in orchards, while tomatoes and corn grow in fields. those are obvious. But do you know that mushrooms are grown indoors in long buildings that almost look like army barracks, and that cranberries grow in bogs? Well, they do. And when it comes time to harvest the cranberries, the bog, which during the growing season is a rocky, sandy field filled with bushes, is flooded and the cranberries float to the top to be collected. Today, we're going to show you how to turn these into a tasty relish that's a nice change of pace from your typical cooked or canned cranberry sauce. We start by placing a good amount of fresh or frozen cranberries in a food processor, along with an orange and an apple that we've chunked up. Now we add some sugar, since the cranberries are very tart, and pecans to add a little crunch. We pulse this until everything is chopped and looks like this. It doesn't get any easier. And when you share this at your Thanksgiving feast, along with your knowledge of how cranberries are grown, you'll be the talk of the table. To get the recipe for our cranberry pecan relish, all you have to do is check out our website. I'm Howard with Kelly in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen, where today we found a cranberry-licious way for you to say, ooh, it's so good. Tart.
All right, guys, thank you. Up next, Linda Barge for the Bruce Company is answering your plant and garden questions. The number to call, 608. Don't forget the 608-270-9933. We'll get to your calls right after this.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Avoid the lengthy remodel. Stay under budget. Transform your kitchen in as little as 2 days. Call Mad City Kitchens, Wisconsin's #1 remodeler and trusted local source for kitchen cabinet refacing. Choose colors like frosty white, oak gray, or chocolate pear. Add a Lazy Susan, soft closed doors, countertops, and a new sink. Now's the time to call for Black Friday savings. Save $500 with interest-free financing for 6 months and $250 in Mad City cash. But this month only, triple your savings. Save $1,500 on your cabinet refacing project with interest-free financing for 18 months and triple it to $750 in Mad City cash for future home improvements. Plus, last chance, call during this program for a $50 Walmart gift card with your free in-home estimate. Black Friday triple savings in November 30th. Don't miss out on this incredible offer. Call 608-298-5383. That's 608-298-5383.
You know what's frustrating? Searching for and enrolling into a Medicare health plan online. Scrolling and scrolling, page after page. Eventually, you feel overwhelmed and in too deep. Come up for air and visit with your local Informed Choice Insurance agent. We'll gladly show you your best Medicare plan options based on your medical needs and budget. This Medicare annual enrollment period, let Informed Choice Insurance Agency get you properly covered for 2022. Call us today.
This is Connie Ryan of Ryan Funeral Homes. While things have changed, it's still necessary for families to stay connected. And when it comes to the loss of a loved one, it's important to process and grieve and honor your loved one in a way that keeps everyone safe. We're doing this through intimate services and private virtual streaming so your family can be part of the service no matter where they are. Ryan Funeral Homes are here with your safety in mind and compassionate care in your time of need.
Precision engineering, rigorous attention to detail. A Bryant Evolution heating system is so well designed, it's as much of a joy to install as it is to use.
Good to go.
Bryant, whatever it takes.
In Madison, contact Heating and Cooling Incorporated to maximize your comfort and energy savings whatever the season.
Linda Barge from the Bruce Company is taking your calls at 270-608-270-9933. Hello, Linda. Linda, you there? I don't hear Linda. Hello, Linda. I think we lost Linda. Linda Barge from the Bruce Company. Going once? Can we take a quick break and let's get a quick recap of the weather from Julian, and then we'll come back.
Let's look at our Well, Turkey Day is going to be a cold one for us as we're taking a look at what we can be seeing. We are going to be looking at first Thanksgiving's forecast. Our Turkey Day is going to be a cold one for us, much colder than what it will be for our Tuesday and for our Wednesdays. We're looking at temperatures to be into the 30s. Cloud cover will be dominating much of the skies as well, and we are still looking for breezy conditions throughout Turkey Day as we go and throughout. But the one thing we will be keeping an eye on is that throughout the course of this week, temperatures will start to rise for Tuesday and Wednesdays. We're looking for 50 degrees, but we are normally around the 42 to 43 degree range around this time of year. And as you can see, we are looking at a stretch of temperatures to be just about freezing, if not below, throughout much of this week until we get into the weekend where we're a bit more normal. However, we could be seeing some flurries rolling in about Friday as we go into the rest of our weekend. But other than that, we are looking at plenty of dry conditions, getting back to more normal and seasonable temperatures as we get into next week as well, as we're seeing those 40s to stick around for us. But other than that, we are looking at pretty smooth sailing for the next few days, especially for our holiday, Mark.
Yeah, looking good. It's travel day of the year.
Yep, absolutely.
All right, let's see if Linda's on the line. Linda, you there?
I'm here.
Okay, great. So, how are you?
I'm good. I'm good.
All right, let's go to Bob in Fitchburg. Hi, Bob. What's your question?
My question is, Linda, that I've got some mums, and I mean, are they perennials, or there's a way to overwinter those things if I bury them deep and mulch them? Is there a possibility they'll last for next year or no?
Okay, Bob, the trick with those mums is when you're buying them in the fall, always request hardy mums if you want them to be perennial and overwinter. Some of the mums are just decorative and they're going to bloom, but they just, in Wisconsin, they take so long to repeat bloom, and most times they just don't even overwinter. So they don't have to be heavily mulched. If you have mums and think that's hardy, just have a nice wood mulch over them. You don't have to cut them back because some of that the foliage actually helps to hold snow, and that will help to insulate also. But don't be disappointed if they don't survive, because it depends upon whether you started with a hardy mum or just a decorative one in the fall.
All right, let's go to Joanne in Wanakee. Hi, Joanne. What's your question?
And mine's a mum question, too. Mine have been growing for years outside, but I can't remember if I break them off in the winter or before winter snow, or if I leave them and then cut them back in the spring.
Well, if they've been alive in your garden for years, I wouldn't be too worried. If you still feel like going out on a nice day and cutting them back, but you can't just wait till spring and then cut all that foliage off in the spring before you see new growth coming. That would be just fine.
Okay, I guess I'd rather cut them off now and then lay the stuff on top to help protect them. I don't. Okay, thank you.
Okay. All right, thanks for the call. Here's Nancy in Wanakee. Hi, Nancy. What's your question?
I have a question on milkweed and aphids. I just found out that that's a favorite plant of theirs, but we've planted milkweed right next to our vegetable garden where we put our peppers and tomatoes. Is that a bad idea to placement for my milkweed area?
Interesting. You know, a lot of insects are very specific as far as what kinds of plants they like, and I would have to ask. There's a gentleman at the university, P.J. Leash. He's an entomologist, and he knows all of the answers to all those questions, because it might be that aphid is not interested in vegetables. But it is possible that since aphids are sort of more of a generalist insect, they could potentially, but if they really, if they have their favorite plant to be on, it's unlikely that they're going to move to your other vegetables. I wouldn't worry about it too much.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you for calling. We are out of time. Thank you for your time. We'll see you back here at 4 o'clock. Have a great afternoon.